basically what we're doing is we're composting. Now, how many compost in their gardens? Anybody? Okay, so you all know what that's like then. It's organic material, it's water, and it's air. And you mix those three together proportionately, correctly, and you continue to turn them so it gets air and they don't go anaerobic. You end up with good compost. Well, that bed material, that compost we made up there, that's the food source, right? That's the compost. That's what the mycelium is starting to grow through the ground, and what it does is it basically, like in nature, it grabs onto roots, trees, and leaves and stuff, and it starts to feed on that. So here we have the mycelium. Mycelium now is growing through the beds, and it's starting to eat that compost that we made. That's what it's growing, living off of. Well, that's great, except for mushrooms are 90-some-odd% water. So where are we going to get the water for the mushroom? So what we do is we take peat moss and we take sugar beet limestone and we mix it with peat moss, and it holds an extraordinary amount of water. Extraordinary amount of water. So what we'll do then is we take and we put a 2-inch layer of peat moss across the top of the bed. Okay, that's now the water source. And we'll water it, we'll water it, we'll water it. It's holding water, it's holding water, it's holding water. Now the real trick comes. How do you make a mushroom plant produce mushrooms? So what our guys will do is, after they've grown in the they've grown over there for 10 days, we put this material, this casing layer, we call it, on top. Then what we'll do is we'll completely shut the fresh air off. We'll turn up the temperatures and the air temperature. The CO2 will rise to like 12,000 parts per million. It'll be hard to breathe in there. It'll be warm. The mushroom's gonna go, it's gonna start choking. It's growing in the beds. It's gonna start looking for air, so then it'll turn around, and instead of growing through the bed, it'll turn around and it'll grow up. It'll grow up through that casing layer. And when it gets to the top of that casing layer and all this little hyphae is all along the top, right at that point, the grower will go, ha, I got you. And he'll hit it with 50 tons of cold air. He'll open up the fresh air. The mushroom's gonna go, whoa, I gotta recreate. Boom, it forms a pin. And mushrooms. And what we've done now over there is we've turned on the air, we've lowered the CO2, fresh air, and you can see how that material, that white fuzz we saw over there, it started to coagulate itself together. Each one of these little points is that's a pin. Each one of those points is a mushroom.
Wow.
So it started to pull itself together and create this food. Where I think we picked probably 22,000 pounds out of here last week. We're ready to pick another 10 or 15,000 out of here in the next couple of days. And there'll be less because you guys are going to go through and pick some yourselves, so there'll be that many less. So we'll go through here, and what you want to do is just put your feet in the bin there, walk on down through the center. You get all the way to the back, and you can go across the back of the room and then come up the sides. Feel free to reach in, grab one, twist it, hold the stem, and eat it. But I'll tell you, it'll be the freshest mushroom you've ever had. And you're going to notice that the flavor is so much different than a mushroom that you've got in the store.
Hi, I'm Casey Anderson, and we're with the San Diego County Farm Bureau, and today we actually toured Mountain Meadow Mushroom Farm here in Escondido as part of our Friends of Farming program. It's a $27 for the year. It's a membership in San Diego County Farm Bureau, an enrollment actually, where throughout the year, about every 2 months, we come and tour on-site a different farm on a Saturday morning where you actually get to meet the grower, come and take a tour of the operations. $27 for the whole year, and you get invited to these exclusive farm events throughout the year. San Diego County Farm Bureau, we're a non-profit organization, and we actually have another farm tour event. It's one day in June each year. It's called Farm Tour Day, where we work with a lot of local farms where you can pay $27 again and take a tour of 5 different farms on one Saturday. Again, get on site, meet the farmer, see how they're growing their operation, really kind of connect with the farmer in your community. So we're going to be putting out some more information about that, but again, it's San Diego County Farm Bureau. That event is called Farm Tour Day, but if you wanted to get onto farms throughout the year, go to friendsoffarming.com, and it's $27, and we'll send you exclusive on-farm tour invites throughout the year.